Hey, hey, hey. I know it's been a minute. Let me make sure, because last time I did this, my mic was messed up. And I want to make sure that my mic ain't messed up this time because we're going to get into some serious conversation. So let's go right here and see real fast how we looking on here. Make sure you guys can hear me. Let me see. How we looking on here? All right, look good. Look like I gotta turn my fan off though. Hello, may I help you? All right. We're gonna turn this fan off. All right, all right. How y'all doing? All right, so no business talk. No business talk. Let's get into something a lot more important. You know, business is important, money's important, you know, it's a big part of my life, but just as important is your health. And, you know, that's an even bigger part of my life. And I want to really get into, you know, I've been seeing a lot that's been going on lately. You know, a couple of people that I know have been diagnosed with things, and, you know, I'm gonna break it down. I want to break it down from I'm just gonna just break it down. So the problem with society as a whole when it comes to health is we are not, what is it, proactive or retroactive? Basically, we don't do something till it's too late, right? We get all the signs. We see the stomach getting bigger, you know what I mean? We can see we feel a little sluggish, sleep might not be so great, skin might not look so good, we aging fast, like all the different things that gives you the sign that, you know what, you might want to get things in order, you know, and we don't, right? Because we don't like we don't like feeling uncomfortable, right? No one likes to feel uncomfortable, so we're not comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. So anything that's going to take us off our comfort zone, we shy away from it. Oh, I like my cake too much. Oh, I can never stop eating meat. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh man, I can't exercise. This too hard. It's going to take too long. Oh my God, when on leg day, I couldn't even walk. Like, we give ourselves every excuse in the book not to get ourselves together. And you know the sad part about it? The sad part about it is we go through life just tearing our bodies up, not doing what we need to do to keep everything intact, right? And then when something happens, right? When something finally happens, you go to the doctor. Hey, you know, you just found out you stage this, stage that. 1, 2, 3. Hey, man, we found out you got type this, type that. No, 1, 2. Hey, man, you got diabetes. Hey, you got high cholesterol. Hey, you got heart issues. Hey, 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 hey. And only then do we say, oh, man, I'm going to do something. Oh man, I'm gonna start working out. Oh man, I'm gonna go watch some Dr. Sebi videos and binge watch a bunch of YouTube channels to see if I can get this in order. And you know the sad part? A lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times by that point it's too late. It's like it's too late. Like you wait till you get full blown diabetes, right? To the point, like, not the diabetes that you can actually cure through good eating, but the one that you can't cure. And then now you want to get things in order. You wait until you actually get cancer to stop smoking. You wait until you're so damn big that you can't even walk up a flight of steps without taking a second breath, and now you want to get in the gym. Yeah, it's going to be hard when you get in the gym at 300 pounds. Way harder than if you just put on an extra 10 or 20 pounds and you say, man, let me get this in order. Trust me, guys, anything anything that you accomplish, that was a big thing, like a feat. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy doing anything that's going to take consistency. That's why people quit in network marketing, because it's so hard to do the same thing every single day, right? Even if you're not getting the results you want. See, that's the thing. Nothing gives you instant gratification. Not nothing worth doing. So you're going to go to the gym, right? And you're going to bust your butt all day, all week, maybe all month, and you're not going to see no results right away. So you're going to say, oh, well, yeah, this ain't for me. Right? But it's this consistency. It's the person that goes every day for the next year, you know, next 12 weeks. Then you see results. Then you see those, oh my God, look at that transformation. But it doesn't happen overnight. Nobody joins karate today and becomes a black belt tomorrow. You got to put in the work, but it's worth it. Okay, it's worth it. Let's have a real conversation, because it's so sad that I see so many people wait until it hits the fan. And it's gonna hit the fan. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I watch one of my best friends wake up every day with a crazy cough. You know something's wrong, that's not right. But yet and still, he smokes like a choo-choo train every day. Okay? Couldn't afford to smoke, so you know what he does? Start smoking crappy cigarettes. Like, okay, I can't even smoke the good stuff, so I'm going to smoke the real poison, the stuff that you get out the local gas station. I'm like, why not just quit? And I guarantee you, if he goes to the doctor and the doctor says, hey, man, you got about this much time to live. You keep on smoking, instantly you're going to stop smoking. Oh, that is so hard. And, oh, my God, it's the nicotine. You got to be stronger than that. This shit starts here, guys. This is mental. It's way more mental than physical. If you don't already make up in your mind that you want to change, nothing else is going to change. Let me tell you something else. 90% of stuff that you're dealing with when it comes to your health, and I'm going to say this again, because all that, it's hereditary, is bullcrap. When people tell you it's hereditary, it's bullcrap. You know what's hereditary? The bad habits that you've been taught since you was a kid. When your parents were eating all that fried food, still eating chitlins, pork, you know what I mean? Processed foods. What's that other thing we used to eat? Oh, Hamburger Helper. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing all that type of stuff, when you eating that type of stuff, that's what's killing you. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that your bad habits got what I'm trying to say? Your bad habits is what got handed down, not the actual thing that you're doing. Not the fact that, oh, I'm this age and now I'm going to have the same thing that my mother's had, my mother's had. If you really think about it, if you go back in history, you probably are doing the same things that they were doing. You're probably eating the same foods that they were eating. You probably picked up the same bad habits, especially in the black community. We love fried food, salty stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, almost everything's fried when it comes to us, right? I didn't know about bake this and bake that till way later in life. We was frying everything. You know, but then you're using all those seed oils. None of that stuff is good for you. A lot of butter on stuff. All the stuff that tastes good is usually not good for you. It don't mean you can't still eat and eat some of the stuff that you want, but you can't just eat crazy. I'm telling you right now, even when it comes to working out, they're like, yup, you're going to work out, you're going to get big and all that. You want to know the truth? Do you want to know the truth? Since I've been on my bodybuilding journey, since my wife's been on hers, you know what we've learned and discovered? That is 80% diet, 20% working out. That's why you see some people at the gym that work out religiously, putting in work, and they don't look no different. You be like, damn, this person's been working out for a year. Now they will get stronger. You will get more stamina, right? You'll be able to go a lot further. You'll be able to do more steps on the Stairmaster. But you know what won't change? That gut, them love handles, right? The inflammation. A lot of other stuff. You know why? Because what you think you're going to do is you think you're going to go home, eat crazy, right? Eat all the stuff you want, crazy sweets and cakes and processed foods and all this stuff, right? And then you're going to just get on the treadmill and walk it off. Doesn't work like that. You cannot outwork a bad diet. I don't care how much you try. It's not going to happen. One pizza will take up everything you did in the gym for the past 2 hours. Let that sink in. One pizza. Okay, so you eat one slice. I ain't even say 2-3 slices. One slice is probably gonna eat up what you did, what you're gonna do in a big session. I mean, going hard in a paint session. You done did 20-30 minutes of cardio. You done did another 20-30 minutes of strength training. Right? Got back on did another 10 minutes worth of cardio. Then you left, felt accomplished. You're gonna look at how many calories you burnt, and you're gonna get depressed because you cannot outwork out a bad diet. But yet and still, right, you see, like, look at America, fat America. That's what they used to call us, fat America. Because all we love to do is eat, and we eat crap. They give us all this processed stuff. They give us stuff that's not even legal in other countries. Skittles, Starburst, Pop-Tarts, all types of crap that ain't even legal in other countries. But then they'll feed that to us here and kill us. Kill us slowly. That's what they're doing. You got people right now, instead of just saying, you know what, let me just let the sugar go. Let this sink in for a second. Instead of somebody saying, let the sugar go, they'll keep playing Russian roulette to the point that they get a foot or a leg amputated. That is crazy. You trying to tell me that you tasted a piece of cake or a piece of candy that was so good it was worth you losing limbs over? I'm just trying to make it make sense. And look, guys, I'm not sitting on my soapbox or high horse, but guess what? It was hard for me too. I love sugar. Okay, I was the grown man that was still eating cotton candy. That still eat cotton candy. I don't even know grown people that eat cotton candy. I'll still eat cotton candy and pounds of fudge. I had for my birthday about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I had my sister-in-law make me a pan of vanilla fudge that was about like this big, and I ate it all by myself. No lie, ate it all by myself. I'm the I'm the kid. I was a grown up that still go to the carnival, and I'm getting me some cotton candy. Big old thing of cotton candy, pure crap. Once I got on my workout journey, all that had to go. And it wasn't easy because my body was already used to it. So once your body's used to it, it's going to crave it. And it's going to ask for these things. It's going to make you want these things until you take it out of your body. It's not easy. I'm going to tell you another true story, okay? My wife had got diagnosed with cancer. This was 2014. 2014 or 2015. I think it was 2015 actually. So 2015, she got diagnosed with cervical cancer. It was tough, right? So I went to a holistic doctor. We went to a holistic doctor first, okay? Because I always grew up with knowledge of self. I grew up with 5% Nation of Islam, so we was all into that. You know, that's what Wu-Tang is. So we was all into that, you know, eating right and all natural foods and shop at the Whole Foods store. I was doing that early on before it became a trendy thing to do and became like, oh, yeah, let's go to Sprouts. Let's go to Whole Foods. We were doing that when there was no such thing as Whole Foods. You had to go to like the Muslim store or something like that. Right? And get these things. I wasn't eating no hot preservatives, no candy with artificial flavor, artificial color. I never ate pork a day in my life. You know, I didn't know what bacon tastes like. I didn't eat Twinkies and stuff because at that time it had lard in it. So we didn't eat nothing with pork in it. Like we was really, really on top of our diet. But hey, that's also why I got good skin. I don't look my age. You know what I'm saying? I feel young. I feel good because those habits was brought all the way up into my adulthood. But let's get back to when my wife had got diagnosed. Okay, so when she had got diagnosed with the cancer, instantly I was like, okay, let's see what we can do to deal with this naturally. We already know chemo we know what chemo does, and we didn't really want to go that route. So I went and seen a holistic doctor in LA, okay, and he was able to tell that was something wrong with her just by looking at her eyes. I don't know, he had this machine. He looked at her eyes and he could say, hey, something wrong with your stomach, right? Well, okay, well, so he said, go raw. Let me let that sink in for a second. He said, go raw. First, hold on, let's back it up. First, we had to detox. In order to detox, check this detox out just to show you what kind of discipline that you gotta have, okay? That it ain't always about what's easy and what's good to you. Sometimes you gotta just do what's best for you. So he was like, first, we need you to clean out everything. Now what's gonna happen is you're gonna do this detox and you're gonna see these little balls come out of you. I forgot what he called them, but like a whole bunch of green balls. And it's gonna be crazy, but that's how you know you're getting all the nonsense out, okay? And then you're gonna be depleted, and then we're gonna go from there. You know what I had to do that? We had to drink a bottle of olive oil, whole bottle of olive oil that was this big, okay? A bottle of olive oil. Let that sink in. A bottle of olive oil. Now, it's the best detox I ever did in my life, but I don't know if I can do it again. But when your mind is stronger than what's going on, you do what you gotta do. So we drank a bottle of olive oil. It was so hard to do it. He said, look, if you can't finish it, take a lemon as a chaser, okay? So if you keep having issues to try and keep it down, just bite on the lemon. And you'll be able to, you know, until you take it all down. So that's what we did. And like he said, we did this detox. A whole bunch of these little green balls came out of me. It was crazy, like a whole bunch of them. I forgot what you called it. Ghost, I don't know what that is, but a whole bunch of them came out. And then after that, that started our journey. He said, after that, go raw. Raw. Do you know how hard that is? That means everything you eat is raw. No cooked vegetables no more. No cooked nothing. Okay? Raw. And you're going from eating everything, meat and everything, to raw. Okay? Instantly, overnight. That's a very, very mental thing to deal with. Okay? This is bigger than, this is very mental to deal with. All right? But we did what we had to do. Because we knew what was more important. And what was more important was her getting rid of that cancer. Okay? She was way too young to be dealing with that. All right? So, boom, we got busy. So we went raw for 3 months. 3 months, okay? Right out the gate. Again, you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, okay? Now, the reason why that didn't, we couldn't sustain that, couple things. I'm an online marketer. I'm a network marketer, and you know that I'm always traveling. So when we was traveling, I was like, it's nothing to eat. I got blessed. We got lucky, too. This is how the universe works. When he said go raw, What's the chance that it was a raw restaurant up the street from our house? That's crazy, right? I don't even see raw restaurant, but there was a raw restaurant up the street from our house. So that helped a little bit while we at home. What happens when you leave home? What happens when you're on the road? What happens when you're in airports? What happens when you're in a hotel in the middle of nowhere and the only food they got is downstairs in their little lobby or the restaurant they have inside the hotel? You think they're serving raw food? So it was very hard to eat, and I mean it was very hard to find things to eat when I was on the road. And by me going with that diet, I instantly lost like 30 pounds. And I was like, whoa, this is too much. Like, too much. So then we said, all right, let's go pescatarian. Let's just put fish in our diet. Well, first, hold on. We went vegetarian, okay? And then we said, let's just put some fish in. We need some meat. I need something. Right? I ain't going to go with the chicken and the red meat and all that, but let's at least get some fish in our diet, right? So we went pescatarian. And we was pescatarian for about a long time. I'd say about 10 years. Never looked back. Now, we're talking about going from eating full-fledged meat, steaks, ribs, all the stuff that we love, right? Fried chicken, with black person like fried chicken, all this stuff, and instantly cut it. Why? Because the end goal was more important than what I felt. That small instant gratification. Think about it. You eat some ice cream and you eat some cake. You know what it's like? It's like a man having sex. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a man will do all that lusting and he be all that until he climax. And the moment he climax, he instantly like, okay, it's over. Done. It was good while it lasted, but it's over. Right? Same feeling. You eat the things you want to eat. It's a small gratification. It's like, yeah, it's a temporary feeling. But afterwards, what do you feel? Inflammation, bloatedness, being bloated, putting on extra weight, all this other stuff. Is it worth it? You know the other thing? You can pretty much eat almost anything you want if you do it within moderation and you don't be doing it the opposite. See, we do the opposite. We eat a bunch of crap and then we eat the vegetables in moderation and the fruits in moderation, right? Unless it hits the fan. Once it hits the fan, now you're doing all this. Oh my God, I'm working out every day again. I'm drinking smoothies. But you know what? It's so much harder to do that stuff once it happens, because now you're under the gun. Now you have to do it. It's one thing to do it because you want to do it. It's another thing to do it because you have to do it. It's another thing. One day you're going to really crave some cake or ice cream, but you're diabetic. You cannot have it. You cannot have it. You're going to crave these things, right? And you can't even have it. You know what's a better feeling? You know what? Today's a cheat day. Today, not even a cheat day, a cheat meal. Today, I'm just going to have the cake. I'm going to eat the hamburger with the French fries, double stuff. I don't care. Give it to me all. Put some cheese on the fries. I don't care. It don't matter because guess what? Right after that, I'm going to go right back to eating healthy. I'm going to go right back to being on top of my game. I'm going to stop eating. I'm going to stop drinking a bunch of beers with yeast in it. I'm going to stop drinking a bunch of sugary drinks. I'm going to stop drinking soda. Some of us is grown. We still drink soda. Like we're buying 2 liters of soda and bringing that home and 12 packs and giving that crap to our kids and stuff. And then wondering how they end up overweight and getting teased at school. You don't think that could have been avoided? You have a responsibility yourself as a parent to not let your kids end up looking like that. Like straight up. That should be a responsibility for yourself to say, I don't want my kids to go through that. And you control what comes in your household. So if you don't want your kids eating that crap, don't buy it. You don't want your kids drinking that stuff, don't buy it. Simple. Even yourself, man. I know, but sometimes I just get these cravings at night and then I end up, you know how you don't have to worry about the cravings? Don't bring it in your house. Because most of us ain't going to get up in the middle of the night and go buy a pack of Oreos, right? Most of us ain't. And if you do, then you got a problem. That right there lets you know right there you got a problem. You jumping up out of bed and putting clothes on and going to the store to get some snacks? Nah, usually it's somewhere close by. And then that's how you end up binging. Here was another guilty pleasure for me and my wife. Love eating. We used to love, eating at night. We watch movies, right? Watch movies, especially on Sunday. Sunday was an all-day thing, right? So we watch movies and we're just snacking, right? Just snacking, chips, potato chips. Used to love potato chips. I can't even tell you last time I had like a bag of potato chips. But love potato chips, right? We eating that stuff in the bed. Cookies. Man, I used to love double stuffed Oreos, the vanilla ones. I'll take that whole bag down. I'll take that whole thing down myself. Okay. We have our guilty pleasures, but guess what started happening? I started getting a dad bod. Then I started seeing myself get man boobs. My wife was getting over. I'm like, oh, hell no. See, this is what I'm saying. When you get to that point, right, why not say, oh, heck no, and then get together? But you know what most of us do? We don't get together. We go, whoa, this is just good living. This is just good living. And then you got a wife or something like that already, right? So now you being irresponsible and stuff. I'm sure she loves me how I am. And man, she don't love you like that. Of course she loves you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I bet she didn't meet you like that. You know what I'm saying? So if she didn't meet you like that, would make you think that that's how she wants you to end up. But of course, if you love the person and this what happens, then this is what happens. But nobody wants to just be overweight and not feel healthy and not feel good and not feel good in their own skin. Come on, doesn't even make sense. And these things could be avoided, but you just let yourself go. You start taking your marriage for granted. You start taking your relationship for granted. You start taking everything for granted, right? You start taking life for granted. Like life is just going to just keep being unforgiving. Keep letting you eat like that. Keep letting you move like that. We lazy. Nobody wants to work out. Nobody wants. Like I said, I'm not saying you got to work out to the extent that I work out. You know what I mean? But you should be moving. You should at least be taking, 10,000 steps a day or something. Just go out there and walk. A lot, you go to the mall, instead of getting on the escalator, just walk up the steps. Like little things you can do that would just, change a lot. Get that heart pumping. Get that blood flowing. But you're not doing that. And then as we get older, what we do? A lot less. We start falling back. We start sitting down a lot more than moving around. See, when you're young, you want to go. So you're hustling, you're bustling. This is what's keeping you, this was keeping you in shape as well. This was keeping you, your body. But once you get older, and God forbid you retire, how many people you seen retire and then start to just to go downhill? Because when they retire, they stop moving. So the body start to crank down. If you have a motorcycle and it just sits and you never start it up, or even your car, you think when you finally start up, it's going to be rolling optimal? No, it's going to be like, oh, wow, got to get the fluids going. That locked up. Oh, my God. The tires are starting to lose air. All these little different things just because you're not using it on a day-to-day basis. But when you're using it on a day-to-day basis, you don't have to deal with those issues. That's how your body is. Why do we only do something when shit hits the fan? It's better to be proactive than reactive. Like, why are we going to wait until stuff starts happening? And now it's way harder. Little thing, you just had a little piece of candy and whoop, your sugar spiked all the way up. Like, oh my God. Right? Like something so simple, it shouldn't be that serious, but it is going to get that serious if you let it get that serious. You got to do something for yourself, man. This is your body. This is you. You should want to do it for yourself. Do it for your loved one. Do it for the people around you. Do it for your kids that you want to see grow as old as possible. Do it for your grandkids that you got. You know what I mean? Because they want to see mama, papa, and grandma be around for as long as possible. You can't just be selfish acting like it's just about you, because it ain't just about you. Even when you think it is. Oh, it's my body. Yeah, but you got people that love and care about you. And I'm sure they wouldn't want to see you just die tomorrow or see you start getting things cut off. I never understand people that just start getting limbs cut off. This is something that could be avoided. Like, it's not like it's something that can't be avoided. If something can't be avoided, then hey, shit happens. But when things can be avoided, like, yo, you could have not caught that diabetes, or you could have not had that high cholesterol. You could have been stopped eating, all them seed oils. You could have been did that. You didn't have to die from cancer. You could have been stopped smoking. You've been told your whole life that smoking causes death and cancer and all types of nonsense. Why are you still doing it? I just can't, man. It's a sign of weakness. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, because it starts here. So the moment I hear people use those type of words, oh, you just don't realize how hard it is. I know how hard it is. It was hard for us to go raw. But you know what's even harder? Dying. You know what's even harder? Living off of pharmaceutical pills, being hooked up on dialysis, or any of that crap that happens because you didn't take care of yourself. People think they can just drink all day. Come home. I just had a few beers. I just had a 6-pack done wine. Can't do that. If you do, it's going to have dire results. That's why a lot of older people got the dad bod. You're skinny fat. You got a big old stomach, but everything else is skinny. Come on, it don't even make sense. And it could be avoided. Like I said, I'm not talking about the things that can't be avoided. The things that can't be avoided, I understand wholeheartedly. But anything that could be avoided, come on. Come on, get yourself together, guys. You only got one life to live. Live it up to the fullest. But what you don't want to be doing is playing Russian roulette with your health. Because I've seen this so many times. And you know what's so sad? When a person gets that real news, when they get that news, like, hey, yeah, it's serious now. Now you have to do this. All of a sudden, they on it now. Now they on it. They checking everything. Here go my numbers. Here go this. I'm on my workout. I've been at the gym all week. And then they also putting themselves in an unrealistic situation. Look at my boy Melvin, man. Love him to death. It's like it takes so much. You know, he had to damn near have a heart attack before he figured out, okay, I got to get it together. And this is no shot at my boy. I love him. But I'm being serious, though. You know, the sign is when you're already over 253, you 300 pounds. Come on. How much further you got to go before you say, you know what, let me get this in order. I'm going to wait till I hit 400 pounds? I'm going to wait till I hit 500 pounds? What type of quality of life you think you're going to have at that weight? Even just to do the things that you want to do and on a day-to-day basis. I've seen people not be able to get on rides because they're too big. That's embarrassing. I've seen people have to buy 2 plane tickets. 2 seats because you're too big. And you're not about to have somebody sit next to you all squished up like this. So they're like, no. You got to buy 2 seats. Can you imagine if that's your reality? You so big, you got to buy 2 seats up on the plane. But again, can that be avoided? These are things that could be avoided. These ain't the type of things where we're saying, hey, you know, you got dealt the wrong hand. You know, it's hereditary. See, these are easy excuses that we feed ourselves, right? It's easy to feed ourselves this bull crap because then it kind of like, it condones the behavior. It's kind of like you got to give yourself a reason on why, you know what I mean, you're in this situation other than it's because of you. It's because when you know better, you do better. Good for you. Person says stop eating pork. It's a filthy animal. All the things you can eat. Why eat the most filthiest animal on the planet? And then they'll justify everything. Well, chickens are dirty too, and they're their own thing, and cows, yeah, whatever. Go ahead, keep eating your pork then. You'll do anything to justify doing the nonsense that you're doing, so you can keep doing it. Instead of just saying, yeah, I could do better. I should probably do better. It's so much easier to just make a decision and say, you know what, I'm going to do better, than to wait until you have to do better. You think it's easier to get in the gym when you're under 200 pounds versus when you're like 400, 500, 300, any of those type of weights? You think that's going to be easier to be in the gym? Then even if you take the weight off, now what you dealing with? Loose skin. So now you're dealing with that, right? And now you got to either go get some type of surgery or you got to just live in your new skin. So you feel better, you look better, but your skin is all bad and you don't, you know. Again, prevention. You know why? You know how that happened? Because you let yourself get way out of whack. You let yourself get so out of whack that by the time you find what to go do something, even when you did something, you still look bad. And like, damn, well, I feel better. I do better, but this is how my skin feels now. This is how my skin is looking on me. Come on. Again, you think it was easy for me and my wife to get in the gym and we go, let me give you our regimen, okay? Just to show you that this isn't something like, oh yeah, it's easy for you guys. You guys are gym nuts and you guys, no. I reached out to a good friend of mine, the IFBB Pro bodybuilder, right? And I reached out to him like, I'm getting this dad bod and I ain't with it. Like I've been skinny my whole life and all of a sudden I just woke up one day and I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? And I can't live like this. Like I want to get it off. Can you help me get it off? He said, yep. It's going to take 12 weeks and you're going to be on a strict little regimen, but we're going to get it off. All right, well, let's do it. And the regimen was so serious with the eating that I could even have, like, we count down how many peanuts I can have. Well, you can have 12 walnuts. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I had fast results that was coming in fast. People at the gym was like, what are you doing? Well, you know, how are you having these gains? And yeah, because I'm not playing. I made a conscious decision in my brain that this is what I wanted to do, and then I executed. Same thing with my wife. I wasn't comfortable in her skin. She just had a baby. You know what I'm saying? She blew up. You know what I mean? She was over 200. She ain't never been that weight. Ever in her life. So this is taking a emotional toll, physical toll, all types of stuff. She made a decision to get in the gym, never look back. She's about to be in her first bodybuilders competition in 12 weeks. She's training right now. And she's about to be on another challenging situation because now she has to eat like a bodybuilder that's about to get on stage, which is way different than eating like a bodybuilder that's just doing it to build muscle or just to be at home. No. You're looking to deplete all that stuff out of your body to get shredded, to get tight enough that your stuff shows while you're on that stage. And you got 12 weeks to do it. Do you know what kind of regimen she's about to be on? Do you know what kind of discipline this is going to take for her eating? You know how much water she has to drink? She could easily make every excuse in the book not to do it. We have been going to the gym faithfully for the past year and a half, haven't missed a beat, and we get up every single day at 4 o'clock. We are at the gym by 5:15 the latest. We don't leave the gym until 7:30 to 8 o'clock. That means we're in there between 2 and 2.5 hours. Not every day, 6 days a week. The only day we get off is Sunday. And we've been running that play since we started. So much so, okay, let me just show you what it takes, where it starts here. So much so that I took a trip to San Diego, which is 4 hours from Vegas. 4 to 5 hours, depending on when you leave and all that. But let's just say 4 hours, okay? 4 hours from Vegas. I left in the middle of the night so I didn't have to deal with traffic. I was coming home from visiting my son in San Diego. 4 hours in, I noticed, oh wow, it's about to be 5 o'clock. That's the time we go to the gym. My wife didn't come with me, so I already knew she was already at the gym. So you know what I did? I drove, right? But instead of going home, as I'm coming in, after driving for 4 hours in the middle of the night, I said, well, hell, it's the time we normally go to the gym. I'll just go right to the gym. So not even going home, not taking a shower, not winding down, not just drinking one beer or something. No, I went straight to the gym and I worked out for 2.5 hours after being on the road for 4 hours. This is the level of dedication it's going to take. James Bennett tell you as well. We went to go do a business meeting in what was that, Atlanta or Dallas? Someplace, I forgot we went, but went to go do a business meeting. We worked out in the hotel. Everybody else sleep. They said we crazy. I ain't doing that. You crazy. You really getting up tomorrow? Quan? Yeah, we getting up. We got to get it in. No days off. So we in the hotel gym getting it in. Working like we always work. 2.5 hours doing what it takes to make it happen. This is what it takes to be great, guys. That's how everything that you do is supposed to be done. From network marketing to business to your body. But your body's more important, because if network marketing don't work out, well, then so what? You can go get a job. You can go do something else. Right? Who cares? If it don't work, then it just don't work. And you can go find something else to go get money. But you can't just get a new heart. You can't just get a new liver, when shit hit the fan, right? You're gonna be on the waiting list forever when it's time to get a new kidney and all that. Right? So why do we play with those things? Why do we play with our health? It's the one thing, and I swear to God, every single person I see that act like they don't care, that walk around with their head in the clouds, you know what I mean? That walk around like they're just gonna live forever, like they're Jesus and God, and they can just live forever or whatever. Every single person I see that does that, the moment that they get diagnosed with something, their whole life changes. And all of a sudden, they on Dr. Sebi videos. They can tell you all these little things and holistic. And did you know that turmeric does this and this does that? And did you know that cinnamon is good for this? And did you know that beets was good for the high blood pressure? All of a sudden, that information been out there. Why didn't you educate yourself before you got to this point? See, prevention is better than the cure. That's why I'm acting the way I act. I'm going to be 52 this year. I don't want to look 52. I don't want to feel 52. I don't, oh my God, oh my back, oh my God. I can't do that. I'm not getting on them skates. Those are the good old days. I'm not about to get on the skates and break an ankle. Man, people barely fall and break up everything. How many old people you see fall and it's like everything's brittle? Like you can't even stop yourself. Like you go to catch yourself from falling, you break a wrist. Like what the hell? It don't have to be like that. It does not have to be like that. I get it. Remember the old school, when you was old, you look old. People was old. I remember coming up and we seen people even in their 50s. We used to think 50 was old. Once you hit 50, you old. Go look at how they was making people look on TV and sitcoms in their 50s. Go look at what was that show that we used to, that was Mount Mary from that the Jeffersons came from? All in the Family. Go look at how they look. They were in their 40s. They was looking like they was in their 60s already. I remember one time they was doing can you believe that this was the age of these people? And I was like, oh my God. Like these were people I was watching and we thought they were old already on TV. And they was like in their 40s, late 30s. Already got receding hairlines, bald headed, hella chunky, bad looking skin, all types of stuff. But again, people eat like crap. You think you can eat out in the field, multiple times a week? You know what I mean? You think you can eat these fried foods daily? You think you're going to be eating mashed potatoes, well, a gang of butter on it, French fries, macaroni and cheese, all this crap. We put sugar in everything. You know what I mean? Who was the person, look, we was guilty of it too, but who was the person that thought it was a bright idea to put sugar on vegetables? Put sugar in peas and carrots? Man, you done took something that was healthy and made it unhealthy. This is why people walk around with diabetes and things, because think about that for a second. You're putting sugar in your vegetables. You're putting paint where it ain't. Like, it don't need to be there. It's like we already got things that we got to deal with. Why make things harder for ourselves by doing unnecessary things? It's almost like putting sugar in soda. Like, it's already got sugar in it, but I'm going to put some more sugar in it. Like, it doesn't make sense. But again, this is how we were raised. This is how we came up. All that processed nonsense. All that instant, right? Everything instant. You got no nutritional value to it at all. Going straight to your gut, straight to your sides. You know what I mean? Just blowing you up right out the gate. And the crazy thing is, we see ourselves going bad before it gets all the way bad. Think about that. We see it. You see your stomach coming. It don't just come, oh my God, I'm fat. No, you see it coming. You see it gradually happening. You get on the scale. Here's another thing too for you guys that's into weight loss. And you get on these little, because you want to take the cheat way out, right? So you want to get surgery and you want to, Ozempic and all these little different nonsense that ain't even been proven 100% yet. We don't even know what's going to have long-term diabetes effects. But I get it. Everybody want the easy way out. Nobody want to work for nothing. Everybody want the easy way out. Well, let me tell you something. When you take those things, you still got to watch how you eat, and you still supposed to work out. So you know what happens? People do that. They get the band and they do all this stuff. Then they go back to eating like crap. So then what happens? You go right back to being fat. Or you just don't really see no good results. How much sense does that make? How much sense does that make? It is so much harder to try and fix than it is to maintain. So much harder. Is it easier to just maintain your car? Or to go up under the hood and start trying to fix it and overhaul the engine and redo the transmission and all that? Is that easier? Or is it easier just to maintain your car? Make sure you always got fluids in it. Make sure you do up-to-date servicing and all these different things to keep your car running. My car is old as hell and it still looks new as hell. People see my car and can't believe it's as old as it is because I take care of it. I make sure it gets routine checks and all these different things. I'm not running it into the dirt. But a lot of us don't treat our body the same way. We run our bodies into the dirt. Archie Bunker, yep. He said it, Chris Miller, Archie Bunker, yep. He used to look old as hell. He was only in his 40s when they was doing that show. That's sad. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But again, you don't have to get old and feel old. You don't have to, I feel young as hell. I can still break dance. I can get right here and do a windmill. I can go right here right now and go to a windmill if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably still spin on my head. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm 52 years old. I know other people probably do that stuff and break something. Oh my God, I broke my wrist. Because you don't use it, you lose it. Guys, use it before you lose it. And you want to know something funny? You change your lifestyle, you start feeling good. You start feeling better. You get them chemicals out of your body so it stop craving this nonsense. You know why you be craving that stuff? It's because you got chemicals in your body and your body now craves it. And you got parasites in your body and they're craving it. You stop eating sugar at first. Oh no, your body's like, oh hell no. It's like cocaine. It's like crack. It's like, no, you're not going to stop smoking me. You're not going to stop sniffing me. Are you out of your mind? You better go get some more of that sugar. But then guess what? Anything that you stop doing for 30 days, boom, you can break it. Any habit. Try it. Just give yourself 30 good days. It don't mean that sometimes you won't still want some of that stuff. You won't crave it or you won't smell something. Ooh, that smells good. I'll be fake to say that. Even when I stopped eating meat, I wasn't one of those meat haters. You know what happens with a lot of people when they stop eating meat? They turn into like meat haters. Oh my God, is that a hamburger? They start acting like they forgot what a hamburger tastes like. They start acting like chicken don't taste good. Fried chicken don't taste good. Well, you don't knock it off. Fried chicken is delicious. Fried almost anything is delicious. but it's not good for you. So I can't eat that every day. But it don't mean I won't treat myself and eat it sparingly, right? Because it is still good to me. One of my guilty pleasures, I love pizza. I love pizza. Can't be eating pizza every day. Can't even eat pizza once a week. So I eat pizza maybe once a month, once every 2 months. So when I do eat it, my body's like, who cares? Because right after that, I'm going back to rice, broccoli, and rice, broccoli, and chicken breast. I'm gonna be right back on my thing. Rice, broccoli, chicken breast, rice, broccoli, broccoli, chicken breast, and yams. There ain't gonna be no mashed potatoes. There ain't gonna be no macaroni and cheese. There ain't gonna be no pasta. There ain't gonna be no Alfredo this, Alfredo that. It ain't gonna be no white sauces. It ain't gonna be no salad with a bunch of crazy white dressing on it. No. Defeats the whole purpose. Let you know something else. When you first get on your workout, like when you first start trying to do something for yourself, and you go out and you say, all right, I'm going to lose weight. See, and what happens? All right, I know it happens a lot of times. A lot of times you guys think it's the companies you're in and the products that you're using, but not always. So when you first started, right, instantly, boom, you drop some weight. I'm down 15 pounds. I'm down 10 pounds. I'm down 5. And you get excited. Oh my God, it's good. But don't fool yourself. Okay, I'm just being honest. Don't fool yourself, because in the beginning, you're just losing water weight. You're losing water weight. It took you time to get fat. It took you time to put on weight. So it's going to take time to get it off. You're not getting no fat off in no 1 day, 2 days, a week. It ain't happening. You're going to get it off gradually, the same way you put it on gradually. So when you see yourself drop a dramatic amount of weight, that's water. So you got to think about it. You went from sitting, doing nothing. So all that water was just sitting, doing nothing, and then you went from that to doing something. So now you're burning off that water. Okay? That's it. That's all. So you get on the scale, you think you're doing something right now. Oh, woo, look, I told you. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistently putting in that work. But you should want to do this. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something that this shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel like work. Yeah, it's going to be some days you're not going to want to do this. It's days I wake up, I'm like, oh. And then I get my butt up. Just like work, right? You have to go to work. Doesn't matter if you want to. Doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if yesterday, you stayed up a little later than you should have. You had a few with the boys and the girls. It doesn't matter. You got to get up and go to work if you're going to pay your bills. If you expect a check at the end of the week or month to pay your bills, then you got to get your butt up and go to work. Whether you like it or not. You got to treat your job, your body, and your health the same way. I'm going to get up and work out whether I like it or not. I'm going to do the things that I need to do whether I like it or not. Because the end result is going to be, I just got diagnosed with this. I just got diagnosed with that. They just told me I got, 6 months to live. Oh, man, I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with that. Oh, my God, I can't believe they just told me. And like I said, 90% of the people I see in that situation, instantly, now they Googling everything. Now it's going to be ChatGPT, right? We got ChatGPT now. So, ChatGPT, I just found out that I have this. What should I do? ChatGPT, what can I do? What can I take naturally to help with my high blood pressure? ChatGPT, why didn't you do all that before this? Why didn't you do all that when you did the home test the first time? You seen that your blood pressure was a little bit too high, and then you did 2-3 more times. You're like, yeah, I can already see I'm having issues with my blood pressure. I probably should start doing something. I'm black. We love seasoning. We don't do the bland food. Okay, love seasoning. We come from slavery days, right? So the slave master used to give us scraps, and we used to have to make fucking wine out of water. So how we do that? We had to make lemonade out of lemons. So what do? We seasoned it up. We put some hot sauce on it. You know what I mean? We put all these different herbs, spices, and and boom. That's why a lot of black people put a lot of salt on their stuff. So a lot of black people are dealing with hypertension. But when you know better, you do better. When are you going to change all that? Or are you just going to keep doing it? Talk about my grandma's grandma, my grandma's grandma. But they also used to eat pig butt too. Some of you still eating that crap. Got the whole house stinking, smelling like booty. It's good. It's good eating. All the stuff you can eat out there. You got millions of things you can choose to eat. You chose to pick up some pig butt. You see what I'm saying? When you know better, you do better. It ain't a matter of if or when or what you could do. It's a matter like, why would you want to? Now, if you have to, do what you gotta do. If it's a matter of survival, do what you gotta do. If it's all I have to eat and I have nothing else, do what you have to do. You gotta survive. But when you got options, when there's millions of other things that you can do, why is that what you chose to do? Pick up the pork and all the nonsense. Okay, it tastes good. It tastes good. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what it say in the Bible about pork, because they say we can eat it again. Y'all be looking for stuff. It say don't eat it, but then you look for the passage where it says you can eat everything. Now look, right here. It says you can eat it. Like I said, when you know better, you do better. I know better. And I don't want to live out no pill jar. I don't want to be on no dialysis. I don't want to be sticking myself with needles and stuff, or walking around with that little thing on you. You know that little white thing that diabetics be having on? They got to walk around with that on it, looking like an android. I don't want to do any of that. No disrespect to anybody dealing with that or anything, but like I said, these things could be avoided. Like it's different when you got things that you can't avoid. Sympathetic. I'm not that sympathetic for stuff that you can avoid, especially when you've seen it coming. You knew you was overweight. You knew you had a gut. Men, you knew you stopped seeing your penis a long time ago. Straight up. You go to the bathroom, you look down, you see stomach. That's too much. You've been losing inches every year. Because you're getting bigger and bigger. And the bigger you get, the smaller and smaller you got. Until it just disappear on you, right? And you cool with it. You cool with it. That ain't even fair to your wives, your girlfriends, your significant others. None of that. They go both ways. Why is that fair? Why is that fair? You let yourself go. And y'all put, well, we in love. We love each other till death do us part, sickness and in health. It didn't say nothing about being overweight, fat, and letting yourself go. Imagine it said that in your vows. And to getting fat, being overweight, and letting yourself go. What's so hard about maintaining what you started out with? This is how I started. This is how I look. How I look like this, and I go from being like 300 and some pounds, overweight, terrible, can't skate no more, stressing the hell out of your poor little joints and bones. Because think about it, your body grow, but your bones don't. That's why people are like, I'm just big boned. No, I ain't you fat. I ain't never seen a fat skeleton ever in my life. I ain't never seen somebody die and say, oh shit, look at that fat skeleton. Yeah, look at them big bones. You ain't never seen that. Even to the biggest person, even a Samoan, still got skinny little bones. Again, but it's easier to feed ourselves that bullcrap. I'm just big boned. I've been big boned all my life. No, you've been fat all your life. Yeah, that's what you've been. Fat all your life. Now, yeah, metabolism could be different. Excuse me. Some of us burn fat quicker than others. Not that part, not disputing. But that means we got to do things differently. It's like a kid. A kid can go around eating a bunch of crap before an older adult can, because our bodies are going to process it different. Still not good for them, but the kid, it's not going to be as much damage as us. Plus, this is years and years and years of abuse. The kid is just getting started. We're coming from years and years and years of abuse. Way different situation. Way different situation. Some people are walking around just happy to be fatty. And again, I'm not trying to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? But again, somebody need to hear this right now. Like, that's all it is. You know what I mean? Like, somebody ain't gonna care. Somebody got a donut in their hand right now as we speak, watching this live. Gonna get another one before the live's up. I was able to get a cheat meal. True story. Okay? I was able to get a cheat meal. The coach said, all right, you're looking a little flat, right? I was carb cycling. He said, you're looking a little flat, so you get to go and get you a hamburger and fries. I was like, woohoo! Hell yeah. Let's go. Because all I've been eating is rice, broccoli, chicken breast. Every meal. Damn near, right? It feels like. So I'm like, I get to get me some hamburgers and french fries. Say less. Say less. So I went to Slater's 50/50. Okay, if anybody ever been there, highly recommend it, because they got an all-you-can-eat deal. All you can eat for $28. That's a good deal. I mean, you probably gonna spend that just getting 2 burgers and some sides. So if you're gonna get at least 2 burgers and a side dish, I highly recommend you just get the $28 all you can eat special. So that's what I did. $28. All I wanted was 2 hamburgers and some onion rings. That's it. You know what the waiter said? The waiter said, yeah, there's a guy that comes here. This is crazy. He gets 8 hamburgers or cheeseburgers or whatever, 8 burgers and 8 sides, and eats them all every time. How can you even eat 8 hamburgers? 8 hamburgers? That's just abuse at that point. Like, you're abusing your body, abusing your heart, abusing everything. Like I said, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Yeah, you can have a hamburger, but can you eat 8 of them? Absolutely not. You just ate enough burgers for a family of 5 to go out and have dinner right now. A family of 4 and everybody gets 2. Think about that. You just ate a family of 4 and everybody got 2 burgers, which will be more than enough for the average person. 2 nice, healthy burgers and some sides. I'm good. But yet and still, this guy comes there regularly too. This wasn't a, you know what? I'm going to get my money's worth one time. You know what's my birthday? And I don't care. I'm going to take down 8 hamburgers. No. He's here regularly. See, that's just abuse. That's abuse on your body. What's the excuse for that? But guess what? When you're having heart issues, when he has clogged arteries, when he has all this crap from eating that, then what? And you know it's going to be so sad? The doctor's going to tell him, oh, before you was able to eat that in moderation, now you got to cut it cold turkey. Now you can't eat it at all. So imagine your guilty pleasure. You can't eat it at all. It's over. Is that how you want to live your rest of your life? I can't eat that at all. Imagine, right to this day, I only can go raw. That's it. Can't eat nothing else. Just raw. That's not fun. That means I go to carnivals, you can't eat nothing. You go to the concert, you can't eat nothing. You go to your favorite steakhouse and you can't eat that. You did all the abuse that you can do. Your birthday, no cake. We'll get you something else, but no cake. Life becomes way more harder than if you don't even let yourself get to that point and you just maintain. Plus, you're going to feel so much better if you just take care of your body. There's nothing like when you're healthy and you know that you can climb and you can walk and you can pull, you can push, and you know you're strong enough that if someone was laying on top, you can push them off you and all that. Like, most of you can't even pick up your own body weight. Think about that. How many pull-ups can you do? That's your body weight. How many push-ups can you do? That's your body weight. These things shouldn't be hard as it is. Like, you know how people, oh my God, I can't even do 20 push-ups. That means you can't even push yourself up 20 times. I can't do a pull-up, not even one. That means if you was hanging on the side of something, like a building or something, you can't even pull yourself up. You just gonna fall to your death. Are you comfortable with that? Are you cool with that? If it was really an emergency and you had to show some type of strength for something, you cool with just being weak? These things can be avoided. These aren't things that you have to go through in life. But you will go through them if you don't do better. Like I said, I felt the need, man, to come up on here because I see so many people not taking their health serious. That's why I got serious with Vital Health. That's why I got in that. And again, I ain't even pitching on it right now. Because I don't want nobody to think like, oh, yeah, you're just doing this to get sales. Nope. I'm not even going to pitch Vital Health, none of that. You know what I mean? You know what I got going on. But it's funny how people will look at something like that. No, I'm not interested. And then you go join a Ponzi or you go join some nonsense, but you don't care about your health. That's not important to you. Even in our booth, you know how many people come by and we're like, hey, would you like a free health scan? Oh, no. I don't want to know what's going on. Are you stupid? Honestly, are you stupid? I don't want to know what's going on with me. Should be the opposite. Hell yeah, I want to know exactly what's going on so I can so if I do have something, maybe I can find it early. No, you rather wait till you're on your deathbed to find it. Hey, you stage 4. Hey, your stuff is so bad, if you don't stop, you're going to get something amputated. You got somebody right now in the wheelchair that lost both limbs. Think about that. Let that sink in. They lost one, still didn't get their stuff together, still want to keep moving like they don't have this situation, and then they lose another limb. I know people have lost their toes one by one until the whole damn foot gone. Come on. You don't think that could be avoided? You cool not having a foot? Your ice cream tastes better than your foot, than you walking around on your foot. That's what you telling me. That big old steak, pizza, chicken wings, whatever the hell you eating out there, all that is better than your leg. Who cares about a leg, right? I got another one. Take that. I want to eat my cake. I don't care. Take that leg. I love chocolate. Well, I love living. I ain't never had a chocolate bar that was worth dying for. None, never, ever. Like I said, we all got our guilty pleasures. You let me go rogue? If you told me I could just do what I want to do, cotton candy, like I said, fudge, vanilla fudge. Oh man, all day, every day, I'm gonna tear that shit up. Peach cobbler, love it. Apple pie, love it. Oh, double stuff, vanilla Oreos, love it. Tear it up. I barely just stopped eating candy. Candy. Oh man, eating candy, like real candy. I'm the person that on Halloween, I'm about to raid your stuff. I like these, I like this. I still eat candy corns. You know what I mean? People are like, I don't like that. That's wax. And I'll tear some candy corns up right now. But I had to discipline myself to say I can't eat none of that stuff no more. Another true story. This is a fact. Ask my wife. Love apple juice. 100% apple juice. Though it's 100% apple juice, so it's good, right? Nope. Ton of sugar in it. But, hey, at the time, I thought I was cool. Man, I had the big old... The big 5-gallon one. I used to get the 5-gallon one, and it'd be over 10 of them on my wall. I'm not exaggerating. 10 of them right there on the wall. Boop! I sent it to my coach when I first started. I said, "Can I have this?" Yeah, absolutely not. All you can drink is water. Water. Damn. Well, guess water it is. And this is what I drink all day. 3 of these. 3 of these a day. That's a gallon. Every day. And I should be upping it about a half. It's hard, though, to go past a gallon. For me, at least, right now. And then every now and then, I give myself a little guilty pleasure. I might have a cup of orange juice. Or a cup of apple juice or something. But it's not every day. It's not even once a day. It's not even once a week. It's probably like maybe once or twice a month, and I'm not even exaggerating. That's the level of discipline that I have for myself right now. Because I know that I want to grow. I have a damn near brand new baby. Okay? My baby's going to be 4 years old this year. 4 years old. We still got at least another 14 years, right? At least another 14 years to go. I got to be here for that. I can't be selfishly doing nonsense that might take me out of her life, because I chose to be an old dad. So if I chose to be an old dad, then I got to be responsible and do what I need to do to be here for her. A lot of you guys are irresponsible, and you guys do what you want to do for yourself. Acting like you don't have a wife, acting like you don't have a kid, acting like you don't have grandkids, acting like you don't have people that want to see you here, that would be affected by you passing away. Or even just yourself. Your quality of life goes away because you just can't do things that other people can do. You ain't just jumping up there and doing those zip line and stuff weighing no 300 something pounds and feeling comfortable. You ain't getting on no roller coasters no more. You ain't doing a lot of stuff that you would have did if you took care of your body. You ain't getting on the dance floor and just shaking it up, you know what I mean, for like 3-4 hours straight without even having to leave the dance floor. No. I'm way too tired for that, right? I already worked out. Woo! My poor little heart. I'm overstressing this thing. Let me go sit my butt down. These things, you say 5 years off looking like an NFL running back. Appreciate that. And I feel better. You can see it in my pictures. My first pictures, I'm slumped. I'm looking like this when I'm taking my before pictures. Because I know I look like crap. I don't feel good if I know what I'm looking like. But then now you see me chest up, head up, chest out. You know, walking with confidence. Right? And it's only going to get better from here because I'm not going to stop. This didn't turn into this isn't just a right now thing. This is a lifestyle. And if you start making these things your lifestyle, guys, trust me, you don't have to get diagnosed with nothing. 90% of the stuff that we get comes from the food that we eat and the chemicals that we're exposed to. Let me add that too. Okay? The food that we eat and the chemicals that we're exposed to. You know, we use a lot of stuff like in our shampoos and our soaps and a lot of stuff. You know, even fluoride, you've been taught that fluoride's good for your teeth. Nonsense. Lies. But when you don't know better, you can't do better. So you just, hey, you take it for face value. My dentist told me I need fluoride. I'm going to use the fluoride. Like I said, the food is killing us. I always make this recommendation. I'll make it right now for whoever's watching. Get the Yuka app. YUKA. It's free. You get to scan all your food before you eat it, and it'll tell you what's wrong with it. If it's good, if it's bad. It gives you a score between 1 and 100. Anything 50 and below is crap. I'll say 49. Anything 50 and up is okay. The closer you are to 100, if I scan something, and the main thing I'm looking at is for additives, because it'll tell you, and it'll tell you what that stuff do. And you know what's so crazy? It'd be like, this makes kids hyperactive. This makes kids ADHD and all this crap. And these are terms that you start hearing later in life. Your kid has ADHD. You didn't even hear that in my day growing up, but you heard that later in life. But it ain't that. It ain't sugar made him hyper. It ain't that. It's all them chemicals, all that processed nonsense, all that red dye number 9 and yellow and all that nonsense. That's what's doing it. That's what's doing it. Did you know red dye is made from crushed up beetles? So anything red, I don't care what it is, red velvet, red Skittles, red anything is made from crushed up beetles. Vanilla flavoring is from the secretion of I forgot what bug it is or something, but from their butt secretions. Like I said, I can go on and on. I can go on and really school you some things. And you'd be like, ooh, I didn't know that. We got parasites in our body that look like something out of a horror movie. If you was to put it up under a microscope, you're like, oh my God, that's in my body? Yeah, it's in your body. Just walking around, floating around, swimming around, playing with your brain, making you crave things and saying, hey, go get some cake. Hey, let's go get a big old cheesesteak right now. I don't want that broccoli. Put that back. Don't get that. Those are parasites. That's why when you do a detox, you get all the stuff out of your body, then you don't start craving these things so hard no more. Like I said, I'm not going to be a fake. I'm not going to lie to you and say you never crave anything no more. I hear some people say that. I be thinking they full of crap, me personally. Because certain things are just going to happen naturally. Like you're going to smell something that's going to bring you back. Is that pizza? Is that fried chicken? Is that barbecue? How does none of that smell good? Like, come on. I'm not fake. Like I said, I wasn't the person that stopped eating meat and started condemning everybody eating meat. That's what I don't like about vegans. Like I said, to each his own. Do what you want to do. Excuse me. But what I don't like is people that be self-righteous start pushing their views on you to that extent. You know what I mean? Oh my God, did you eat a hamburger? And did you know what that hamburger went through? And blah, blah, blah. And it's so nasty. And you can go get an Impossible Burger. I was never that person. Because then I'll be being fake. I know meat tastes good. I know it smells good. But I also know that living is better than anything I've ever tasted. Anything. I know I don't want to be on no dialysis. I know I don't want to be having nothing pumping my heart for me. I know I don't want to have a stroke early. I don't want to deal with none of that. One of my good friends was just up, doing good. Bam, I need to go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom. His wife heard a boom. What the fuck is that? Went to go open the door. He's holding the door from being like he's on the floor, so she can't get through. She finally go through. He collapsed on the floor. What the hell happened? Blood pressure over 200. Something that fast, that quick. That's how quick it happened. Went to the bathroom. Didn't feel like nothing. Passed out and passed away. And he was in his 40s. Come on, guys. What are we talking about here? We're not even making it to 50 now. I got 2 friends that I know of that were good friends of mine that passed away and they didn't even make it to their 50s. The other one had some heart issues or something. That is too young to be dealing with that type of stuff. When we know better, we do better. We have to start doing better, guys. It starts here. And that same mentality is for everything that you do. If you got a quitter's mentality, you're going to quit at everything in life. People wonder, Kawan, how do you know so much? How do you do so much? Because I do not count myself out in nothing. If you can do it, I can do it. That's always been my mentality. So when I see people having success, I'm like, well, damn, you can have success, I can have success. And I go do what I need to do to be successful. Wow, if you can be healthy, I can be healthy. Then I go do what needs to be healthy. Wow, you was able to put on muscle at 50, I can put on muscle at 50. Then I go work to put on muscle at 50. I don't count myself out. But you know what a lot of you guys do? I'm just not techie. I've never been good at network marketing. Ooh, I'm just not that strong. I don't have the time. That's the number one thing. I don't have the, then make the time. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. All of us. Stop using that for an excuse. Make the damn time. What are you talking about? I don't have time. None of us have time. You got to make time for stuff in life. We got every excuse in the book on why we can't do something versus why we can do it. Imagine you just switched your thinking up. Instead of coming up with excuses on why you couldn't do something, you switched that to make an excuse why you can do something. Oh, I'm going to be there because of this. Yeah, I'm gonna show up to the gym every day because I want to look a certain way. I'm gonna make sure I stay on top of my healthy diet because I want to be here for my grandkid, my children. I want to become a great grand. Yeah, we all can get to the grandparents status, right? Don't take much to there. You know, you make it to 50s, 60s. You should be able to hit that. But how many of us is great grandparents? Great grandparents. These are things. But some of us is never going to see that. You don't want that? And then here's another thing. You ever seen an old person? There's a female that I just started following. She's 100 and something years old. But she looks like she's probably about 70. And she talks like she's 70. And she walks like she's 70. There's a 60-year-old bodybuilder right now. Bam! Just looking chunky. She in her 60s putting some of these females in their 30s to shame. The person that did the fruit feast with me and my wife, he's in his 60s right now. You can't tell. If I go show you him right now, you're like, damn, he's 60? Okay. Or do you want to be the opposite of that? You want to be the old person that we all grew up on looking at, all hunched over, cane, skin all bad, extra wrinkly, barely can walk. I fallen and I can't get up. Remember the old commercial? That's what you want to be? You want to get old and be that? You want to fall, can't get up? Yeah, you can never push yourself up, right? You couldn't do push-ups, couldn't do pull-ups. So you ain't about to get yourself up off this floor. So you want to be on the floor till someone finds you. Is that what you want for yourself? I'm just asking because that damn sure ain't what I want for myself as I get older. I want to grow old gracefully. I want people to keep saying, what? That's your age? Yep, thank you. And I'm looking a little rough right now. Shit, I go shave and all this. I still got to shave 5 o'clock shadow and stuff. I go put this, I'm about to knock off another couple years. The only thing to give me away is my gray hairs. Let's keep it real. I put up the picture right now that was from 2015. Tell me I look too much different than that right now. Go look at my picture I put up from 2014 and tell me I look dramatically different. Some of you guys got pictures on that you guys use from then and you look like you catfishing people. When they see you in real life, they're like, what the hell? That's you? Because you're still using a picture that you had 10, 20 years ago and you don't even look like that no more. Because you're not taking care of yourself. Because you think you can eat anything. I love my pork. I love it. I got it. I love the bacon. I love this bacon. It's fried bacon. I got bacon on everything. And then you wonder why. Serious. You wonder why you're going through the things you're going through. You wonder why you're on dialysis. You wonder why you need transplants. You wonder why you're getting diagnosed with this. You're getting diagnosed with that. Ain't nobody perfect. I ain't perfect. But I'm gonna do my best to manage the things that I can avoid and the things that I can manage. Because there's so many things you have no control over. So many different things in life that you have zero control over. So, God forbid, I mean, at the very least, let's control the things that we do have control over. If nothing else. But you can see how people move. You can see how they respond. People make excuses. And that's why I say excuse is useless. They will always make excuses for themselves to be mediocre. That's sad. People always will make an excuse to be mediocre. I'm just not techie. I don't know how to recruit. I've never been much of a builder. Whew, working out is just so hard. Oh my God. How do you guys do it? We just do it. I never said it was easy. I never said every day wake up like this. Hey, let's go to the gym at 5 a.m. Who said that was easy? It's fucking like one of the hardest things we do. And what's even harder is the meal. Do you realize we eat like a dog? You know what that means? We eat the same thing every day. Every day. Rice, broccoli, 6 ounces of chicken breast. Oatmeal for breakfast with blueberries. Second meal, whey shake, right? But after that, rice, chicken breast, broccoli. Next meal, rice or sweet potato, chicken breast, broccoli. Every now and then mix it up and throw in some salmon or throw in some steak. But for the main part, rice, some kind of protein, broccoli. Now my wife will mix it up a little bit and she'll eat some asparagus or some green beans. But me, I just rice, protein, broccoli. That's my meal. Every day, all day. And I eat 6 times a day. So nope, now I eat 5 times. Coach changed that. Used to eat 6 times a day. So now I eat 5 times a day. That's my meal every day. And then after all that, after a week of that, or 2 weeks of that, finally, he'll say, go eat whatever you want for one meal. Take away one of those meals to eat whatever you want, but you got to take it down in one sitting. Say less. And that's why I get to enjoy a nice pizza. Or I get to enjoy a cheeseburger and fries. Or yesterday, I got to actually eat some peach cobbler. Not a lot. I had a whole jar. I sent it to my coach. I said, I don't want to waste this. Can I eat this? But we don't eat a lot of sugar. But he said, all right, eat that before you work out. You can eat half of it. All right, say less. So I ate half a jar of peach cobbler. But again, this is the discipline. Because you know how long the peach cobbler was actually in the refrigerator? Because my auntie ended up buying it for me. Not me. My auntie bought it because she know I like peach cobbler, but not realized I'm on this strict diet. So she buy it. I see it in the refrigerator. And I didn't touch it for over a week. It sat there and sat there. And then finally I said, this is going to go to waste. Let me ask my coach if I can actually eat this and just work it off. And I was able to eat half of it. This is the level of discipline that it takes to be great, to take it to the next level. This is also why I'm in the gym with some of the same people I've been in the gym with for a full year, and they look exactly the same. And they're asking me, what the hell are you doing? How are you getting all these gains? How is your body transforming so fast? I said, I know right away. Why yours ain't? Your diet. I see you putting in the work, so it ain't from a lack of working out. You in here every day with me. But I bet you go home and eat regular shit. I bet you go home and eat the pancakes with a bunch of syrup and butter on it. I bet you're still eating big grilled cheese sandwiches with a bunch of butter on the bread. I bet you still eat sandwiches, period, and bread. I didn't think that we would ever be able to get that up. Sandwiches? How you don't eat bread? Then my coach took it way further. Gotta take out butter. What? But how are we taking out butter? Butter goes on everything. Butter goes in your pan before you even start cooking. So you telling me if I do get some toast, I gotta eat toast with no butter? You telling me if you do let me eat some waffles, I gotta eat waffles with no butter? He had me on eating bagels for breakfast for about 3 weeks. I gotta eat the bagels with no butter? Yes. Say less. That's what I did. But you know, that's a lot easier than this. Okay, I got this pill, this pill. That's a whole lot easier than that. I'm not good with pills. I don't even know how to take pills good. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot easier than well, gotta go dialysis today and go hook up to this machine. Why they, pump my kidney for me or whatever the hell that dialysis do? Because I'm not trying to ever be in that situation. Now, like I said, life can do you some bad hands. You can do everything right and still have things go wrong. So I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but for the most part, that's not going to be your reality. For the most part, you do better, you're going to get better results. And your body's going to thank you for it. And you're going to feel like a new person. And your confidence is going to go up. Other people are going to be able to see it. You're going to do it for yourself. Don't do it for other people. Don't do it for how people want to look at you. Do it because you want to feel better. You want to look better. You want to grow old with your kids. You don't want to have to be a statistic. Everybody's a statistic, you know what I'm saying? They get older and they fall to the same old traps. Oh, I got a dad bod. How many men over 40 and 50 just accepted their dad bod? Think about that for a second. Just accepted it like it's just normal. Oh, this is my dad bod. And then wondering why certain things in your relationship went down. Like sex. You ain't having sex every day no more, right? Every day? Are you crazy, boy? You lucky to get I'm lucky to get it once a week. What? I'm having sex once a week. I'm about to start. We gotta have a conversation. Okay, what's going on? Like something wrong, right? What's going on in our relationship? Like seriously. Like, are you like, come on. But these are things that take away quality of life. You ain't even got the stamina. You ain't even got the, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got enough blood to pump up in there and without having to take a blue pill. My testosterone was high as hell. I ain't got to be on no TRT, none of that stuff. And I'm praying that it stay like that. You know what I mean? All the way up until I'm out of here. I don't want to wake up one day like, that don't work no more. Again, because your diet's off. Because you ain't taking care of yourself. Because now this part of your body's overworking and has to compensate, so that part ain't working at its home. See, that's another thing. Let's say you overworking your heart, right? Then everything's connected to everything else. So even though it's just your heart, but it still affects everything else. So now your kidneys ain't 100%. Your kidneys ain't working right, so now your heart ain't 100%. Like everything is connected. That's why when you fix one problem, it helps out with another problem as well. And then when everything's at optimal and everything's working in unison, then guess what? You at your best. You at your best. Now you can, like I said, still keep up with your young ones. I can keep up with my young ones. I'm at the trampoline park. You know, the other parents are sitting in the parent area, right? Let's be honest. And you just let your kids go. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. And they jumping around and doing flips and enjoying the trampoline park. I do all that. I'm a big ass kid at heart. I'm doing all that. Jumping, flipping, hanging off the walls, all that. Still like to go to go-karts and race. I like to do everything like I was still young. Just because I got older don't mean that I don't still have pleasure in doing these things. But a lot of us get older and can't do it. Can't do it. Like them days over with. That's sad. Then you start wondering why people are miserable or walking around cranky. How many old people you see be cranky? Cranky. I bet I'll be cranky too if I ain't getting nothing no more than it's been years since I did. I'll probably be cranky too. I'll be cranky too if I can't get mine up no more. I'll be cranky too. If I just walk a few steps and I feel all out of breath. Or if I can't go upstairs no more. Some people got two-story houses they bought when they was younger. Now they're older and they can't even walk up the steps. They stay downstairs the whole time. They downsize. Oh, we're going to sell this big ass house. It's too big for us now. Because they can't walk through half of it. How is that quality of life? So, I'm going to end with this. Prevention is better than the cure, man. I'm serious. Because once it hits the fan, a lot of times it's too late. Now you're on this forever. You're on your little pain pills. You're on your little blood thinners. You're on your little insulin. You're on your whatever, dialysis, all these different things. Now you're on it forever. Like, yeah, you're going to be on this till you go now. Instead of saying, forget all that. Let me get this together early, and I ain't got to worry about none of that going on in my later years. That's a way better feeling. It's a way better feeling to be able to put on a pair of skates and not be afraid that if you fall, you're going to break every bone in your body. Or that you can go I can go hiking at Red Rock Mountain with my loved ones, and I feel like that's too cumbersome. And that's just too much. Or I can go through the mall without having to get one of those little red scooters and ride around, because God forbid I can't walk through around here for no long period of time. Or, like I said, which is the number one thing that I just not know how people deal with, getting something amputated. I would be so depressed. Like, how did I let this happen? Because it could be avoided. So to let something just go so bad and be so irresponsible that I start getting things cut off, I'm going to be depressed. I'm going to be honest. I get some people can just handle it, walk around like that. I'm going to be depressed. Because I'm going to know, like, Quan, this didn't have to happen. Now, like I said, we can't control something we have no control over. If I got no control, I got no control. But when you got control over some of this stuff and you still choose to do nothing, it's crazy work. You see that belly coming and that thing's pushing out further and further and further and you don't do nothing? Crazy work. You got man boobs? Your boobs is bigger than your wife's? Crazy work. And you comfortable? You rub on hers, she rub on yours? No, I'm saying. I'm just saying, as a man, that would be enough for me to get my shit together. It was enough for me to get mine together. Actually, the true story, that's why I can talk like this. Because that was me. I saw boobs coming. I'm like, what the fuck, boobs? Like, that ain't no chest. That's squishy. It's supposed to be hard. Yeah, it can stick out, but it's supposed to be solid. Hey, whoa. Hold on, what are we doing here? We got to get this in order. And that's what I did. And never look back. But a lot of you guys just accept it. You just, oh well, I guess this is my new body, and you just walk around. And I'm like, damn, you comfortable like that? You don't look at your old pictures and be like, damn, wow, I let myself go. Let me get it back together though. And I'm not saying that we can't all get there. Like I said, I got there. It'll happen. It can happen. It creeps up on you. One day you good. Next thing, bam. You're overweight. You're out of shape. Yes, it does happen. I'll be the first one to admit. It's kind of like watching your kids grow up. You don't see your kids just growing up. Literally, just one day you look and go, what the hell? You half my size. The next day you looking, what the hell? They over there up here. And then the next thing you know, they're taller than you. But you did not see that happen gradually. Like, oh yeah, I'm just watching you grow. Oh, wow. Yep. Yesterday, you was about a half an inch shorter than that. I see you. No, we don't see it like that. So that's kind of how the weight on our body is, right? We don't see it until it's too late. Some of you in health and wellness companies and not even taking the stuff that you dishing out to people. And then you wonder why you're having a hard time selling. You think they can't see you? Again, no shots to nobody, but just be real with yourself. You over there trying to sell weight loss stuff and you out of shape and been out of shape. People even let you say, hey, okay, I get it. You selling it and you getting yourself in order right now. But that's not the case. They see you selling. They see you trying to hawk the same stuff for the past 12 weeks, 6 months, year. Telling them how great this is, how much it's going to get them in order and how much it's going to help them with their body and help them lose this and help them regulate that. And your shit ain't even right. You pop up, talk about, I got this, I got that, I'm fat, I'm this. Then what the hell are you trying to sell me stuff for? You don't even believe in the stuff that you got because you ain't even taking it. Let that sink in. Don't make sense, do it. That's why when you're in health and wellness, you gotta be looking the part. I'm sorry. You gotta walk the walk, talk the talk, and show people that I'm not just trying to sell you something. I'm doing the same stuff. I'm using it too. I got a dope testimony that I'm about to show in the next coming days when, because I had my blood pressure. That's the thing I was dealing with. So I see my blood pressure was high. It was like, okay, this ain't good. So my company has a product where it helps with that. Okay, let's see. Let's see how well it is. Because now I got documented proof, like, look, my blood pressure's high. So let's see if this actually works. So I've been on it for the past week and a half. And lo and behold, today I checked my blood pressure, 27/67. That shit was that thing was at 150 something over 100 or something like that last time. Something stupid, dumb number. But hey, maybe I was just calm today. So I'm monitoring it for like a whole week, and then I'm going to share. Hey man, this where I'm at. Okay, that's what it did for me. Can't say what it's going to do for everyone else, but I can definitely say this where I'm at. I ain't got to make no health claims. Before I took this was my number, and this is my number afterwards. So I got the before and afters. Ain't no documentation, be conversation, ain't nothing to talk about. But again, do something. As soon as I seen my blood pressure was up, oh shit, hold on. My company said we got something for it. Let's see. I'm not, you know how dumb it would be for me to see I got this blood pressure issue, and then I still got so-called products on my dress that are supposed to help it, and I don't do nothing with it? That's crazy. That's crazy. But a lot of us is in that situation right now. Y'all got stuff for all types of illnesses and things, and y'all don't even take that stuff. But you sitting there trying to sell it to somebody else. That's irresponsible. It's crazy. And then you see why people be failing. People can see through bullshit. That's like when you try to act like you up when you really not. Or you more successful in network marketing than you really are. They see through it. I don't care if you go rent a Lambo right now. I don't care if you go use AI to put you in some place you really wasn't. People will see through it. So if you're going to be in a health and wellness company, take care of your health. Like honestly, go push something else. If you're not gonna take care of your health, go sell some travel, go sell some forex, go sell a Ponzi. You know what I mean? Go up in BG or something and just get automated. Every day I make 1.4 or whatever the fuck. Go do some of that. But don't be sitting there trying to sell me some health shit. You ain't even healthy, and you ain't taking care of yourself, and you ain't serious about your health. Cause we not playing. Me and my wife ain't playing with this stuff. That's why we wrapped our car. That's why we went and got a physical location. I don't care if this thing moves slow as hell. And this go boop, boop. That's why I got multiple streams. So while this is moving slow, I got something else that moves faster. It's okay. Because this is so much bigger than just the comp plan. This is so much bigger than just the, this is the flavor of the month. This is what I'm pushing. And it's crazy because I had people do that. I've had people that bought a scanner and ain't even scanned nobody. Oh my God. Let that sink in again. You bought a scanner and ain't even scanned nobody. You ain't even scanned yourself. God damn, you ain't curious of what's going on in your own body? That you didn't even scan yourself? Your thing is still sitting in a box? Just buying stuff? Hey, you like it, I love it. That ain't my reality though. And like I said, prevention is better than the cure, guys. Do what you need to do to prevent from getting extra sick. Do what you need to do to prevent from being on pharmaceutical medications for the rest of your life. Do what you need to do to prevent from being hooked up to some machines to stay living. Do what you need to do to keep from being out of breath when you just walk up the steps. Do what you need to do to keep from having to be told, you can't eat that no more. You can't take a bite of that. You can't drink that. Be so on point with your health that when it do come time to do something, you can do whatever the hell you want. You want to eat from fried chicken, you can eat the fried chicken. You want to eat a whole damn cake to yourself because it's your birthday, you can eat the whole cake. Eat the cake, Anime. You can eat the cake. That's where we're at right now, okay? And again, guys, I'm not here to shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, if take what I'm saying, hopefully this helps somebody. You get in the gyms that I'm trying to put down. I'm not I'm a tell it like it is type of person. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm like to coddle people because I don't think that do you no good. I think you need to hear shit real raw. I know I do. That's how I get my shit together. Give it to me real raw. It's gonna do me no good you sugarcoating stuff for me. It's gonna do no good that you trying to spare my feelings. I'm a grown man. I could take it. Give it to me real raw, so I can go do something about it. I remember when the first time I started doing this workout stuff, and my coach and I said, he gave me the meal plan, and I still had some honey roasted peanuts on my dresser, right? That I had prior to doing the thing. So I was like, I hit him up. I said, hey, I was just wondering. Sometimes when I get hungry, when I want a little snack or something, am I able to eat the honey roasted peanuts? They are peanuts. He said, look, man, I don't know what all this snacking stuff you're talking about. He said, maybe this ain't for you. Straight up, this is what he told me. He said, maybe this ain't for you, man, because this is hard and it ain't for everybody. I was like, no. I had to stop him. No, that's not what I'm saying. I was just asking, if I can eat it or not. But if I can't, I can't. I'll throw him out right now. I'm just asking. But quickly, boom. He didn't eat, man. Look, don't be calling me every day about, no, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Can I just eat one peanut, two nuts? No. I gave you your meal plan. He said you can eat what's on the meal plan. Eat what's in your plan. Period. Say less. I could have made every excuse in the book. But I already bought the peanuts. But they peanuts. Man, I'll be getting hungry sometimes late at night. Man, look, man, excuse is useless. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to build muscle and still stay lean? Do you want to change? Or do you want to stay the same? Because your way got you where you at. Your way got you them pre-med man boobs that you got showing. Your way got that gut that you ain't proud of. Your way got you losing inches on your penis, right? Because every time you look down, your stomach getting bigger and bigger, and that thing getting smaller and smaller. We all adults here, right? I can give it to you. I can keep it real raw, right? But I'm serious, though. That's how I was really feeling. I'm like, look down, what the fuck? Yeah, because my stomach is hanging out. It's crazy. I got down. I was wearing a size 38. I looked in my pants in the closet the other day. I said, what the fuck? 38s? 38s? I'm at a probably like right now about 33. Yeah, I'm definitely about 33, 32, 33. That's 5 inches. That's a lot. I literally could pull my pants out like this, and it's like that much gap in between. So I'm just looking at myself like, that's how big my waist was? Like I was walking around with all that? And mind you, I've been skinny my whole life. What happened is, as I got closer to 50, boom, everything changed. Metabolism changed, right? Everything changed. That's what happens to a lot of us. And if you already got it mentally to check it, you ain't gonna check it. You just gonna say that. I just got old. I'm a dad now. Dad bod. No, fuck that. Excuse my language, but for real. I'll tell you something else too, guys. Fellas, especially messing around blue pills and stuff like that. Go get yourself in the gym. Start working out. Get that blood flowing and all that. Guess what's gonna come back? Your sex drive. And I mean really come back. Like you're a teenager, like you young adult again. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, yeah, remember how you was at 25? Well, you can be like that at 55. But not eating all the bad stuff, not going to the gym, not working out on the regular, no, you won't. It will be the opposite. And everything will tank. Because let me ask you, let's be real. If you can't really perform, are you even going to try as often? No. Because it's embarrassing. So now you're not even doing as much as you probably would do it. Because you don't want to be embarrassed. It's going to play with your mental too much. So what's easier? Just don't do nothing. But not doing nothing leads to what? People cheating on each other. Divorce. No quality of life inside the home. Let's be honest. Being intimate is an important part of being in a relationship. So if you take that factor out, is it really a wonder how this person got cheated on? Or how communication started to fall flat? Or, you know what I'm saying? All the little different things that people go through in relationships. You start looking at it like, so I can see how you got here now. Get your health in order, guys. That's where it starts. I think they scared what the scandal will show. I will be too, because I don't want to find out something is wrong with me. But better sooner. Exactly. None of us want to find out nothing's wrong with us. None of us do. But let me ask you a question. What's worse? Not find out at all? Because when you don't find out, it gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse. So I'd rather find out and then potentially be in a situation like, oh, but we caught it early. Perfect. Oh, you just at stage 1. Oh, perfect. We can do something with that. But you rather find out when you at stage 4 and you had to go because something just didn't feel right? Like, oh, something's just not feeling right. What is that? I gotta go to the doctor. You go, oh yeah, this was the reason, because you got cancer all right here. Like, come on. I'd rather find out when it's like this, and small. And we can do something about it. Like when my wife had it. And we was able to do something about it. And it's a blessing that we was able to do something about it. And now she's been in remission for over 10 years. Thank you, Jesus. But God, man, imagine we didn't find it. Imagine we don't know what's going on. Imagine we just walking through life with our heads in the clouds, and then that turns into stage 4. Would it have been the same situation? Would we have just got rid of it the same? So we got to stop that where I'm scared to know. That's how people was during the AIDS pandemic. I don't want to know. I'm not getting no AIDS test. I don't want to know nothing. And I'm going to be honest, I was like the same way. I don't want to know. But what good does that do you? Of course we don't want to hear the bad news. But I'd rather know so I can at least manage whatever I'm dealing with or potentially reverse it. Remember I told you before, most of the stuff that we deal with is food related first. So if we know that we can just change our diet, change our habits, and a lot of this we can reverse, why wouldn't you want to know? The only way I wouldn't want to know if there was zero chance of me fixing it. Oh, I don't want to know. I'm just going to kill myself in my head. Like I'm going to be mentally fucked after that. So I don't even want to know. But if I know that most of the things that I catch, I can actually fix just through diet, I want to know. Not only do I want to know expeditiously. I want to know immediately. Fast as possible. Sooner the better. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But you're right. A lot of people are in that situation. They don't even want to know. Like I said, we be at our booth at the swap meet. So many people. Oh, nope. I don't want to know why he's sucking down a Slurpee or something. Nope. I don't want to know what's going on in this body. But like I said, the crazy part of that is almost all those type of people, once someone does tell them what's wrong with their body, once they do go to the doctor and find out, the first thing they do, now they're on YouTube, watching all this holistic stuff, watching all these different alternative medicine, watching ways to, now they do want to buy supplements. Hey, come on, what's that vital health thing again? Yeah, I heard you post about, like, you want to know something crazy? I know for a fact that it's a bunch of people on my timeline that has blood pressure problems, and diabetes, nothing else, and probably high cholesterol too, and the fatty liver. But let's just go with the things that you can like see, because most people can check their sugar and see that's messed up, and most people can do the blood pressure and see that their blood pressure is high. Some of that other stuff you wouldn't know without going to the doctor. Like you wouldn't know how your high cholesterol is really affecting you. You wouldn't see a fatty liver. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that can easily go unnoticed. But high blood pressure and diabetes are not. I've showed social proof of people regulating that using our products. But yet and still, I still don't have more than 10 people. Matter of fact, I don't even have more than 5 people that reached out to me privately and said, hey, come on, I'm dealing with some of these issues. You got something you can send me? Or something I can try? Or do you recommend? Or can you tell me more about? I would love to regulate my sugar. Nope, I don't get those calls. I don't get those messages. Not at all. And it's sad. It's sad. Because even if you don't want to push something, you don't want to, I would think you would at least be curious enough to say, you know what, I've been on this for a minute. And if y'all say y'all got something that regulate that, send it to me. Let me try something. Doesn't mean it's going to work, it's not. But guess what? What I'm doing now ain't working. So what's the worst thing that can happen? I just be in the same position I'm already in, dealing with this illness. I'd rather take a chance, see what you got, and see if it changes something. People just don't prioritize their health. It's sad. You prioritize your bank account before you prioritize your health. I could post something right now that makes everybody some money and everybody be in my inbox. And I'll have over 150 comments on my wall talking about info. But let me go put up a health post right now. I bet you it goes silent. I bet you nobody's paying attention. Let me go put up a testimony right now. Let me go put up the video at the swap meet with over 5 different testimonials now of people that have regulated whatever they're dealing with. And I bet you that I do not get the response that I should be getting from people. Or people saying, hey, come on, can you send me something? Or you got something that can help? I bet y'all don't get that. But let me put up how you can get 1.4% by doing nothing right now. Or you can just put in some money and take some money out right now. Let me put up a post like that. And watch how many people flood the timeline talking about information. Why you don't want information on how to stay here longer, stronger? Why you want information to keep from getting a damn stroke in your 40s and 50s? Why you don't want information to keep you from having a heart attack? Or being put into a diabetic coma? Or high blood pressure? Not having to take thinners? You don't think all these things affect you? Let me tell you something, because I don't know if y'all know what these thinners do to you and stuff like that. So, when I first got high blood pressure and I started seeing I couldn't regulate it, I said, God damn, I can't can't. It's all over the place. So I went to the doctor, and he was like, all right, well, I want to put you on some thinners. You know, I'm not gonna put you on the hard stuff, but we're gonna put you on like the starter. I was like, ugh. I was like, man, I'm not really trying to do no pharmaceuticals. I'm gonna be honest with you, doc. I'm like, I'd rather try and get this off myself. You know what I mean? I'll do what I gotta do. If I gotta start doing fruits and vegetables, if I gotta take certain meats and stuff out of my diet, just let me know what it is. I'll do it. But I don't really want to be taking no pharmaceuticals. So he was like, no, I suggested. So I'm gonna put it on the record, even if you don't do it, that I suggested it. I said, okay. Now check it out. Now, I don't know if your doctor told you this, but this is what my doctor told me. So he said, I highly recommend. I said, okay, well, look, check this out, doc, because I know I've seen enough things on TV when the little prescription comes up, and they're like, we'll help with your headache, but the side effects is nausea, pain. You might lose a leg, you might die. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hold on, what's the side effects? Okay, they always got side effects. So tell me what the side effects are, and let me see if there's something I can see myself doing, like I can deal with. So he said, well, in light cases, right? In light cases, you know, it could cause some erectile dysfunction. Whoa. Hold on. What are we talking about here? I'm a married man. So you telling me that you're gonna mess with my libido just so I can regulate my blood? Hell no. Hell no. Hold on. Then I said, in the event that does happen, then what? Well, you know, then we'll try something else. No, forget it. Check this out. Give me 30 days, doc. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna try to figure this shit out myself. I'm gonna do what I need to do. Trust me. And I'll be back. Now, he looking at me with the skeptical look. You know why? Because you've all said that. All right? We've all said that. And then we go home and do nothing. So he's looking at like, okay, here we go. Been there, done that. Okay, see you in 30 days, and then we'll put you on the thinners. Because we know you ain't gonna do what you're supposed to do. Because he gave me the whole eat the Mediterranean diet and this and that and that. So I was like, all right. And that's why I did the fruit feast. Came home, 30 days on fruit. You think that was easy? Like I said, you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. 30 days, all fruit, nothing else. Just fruit and water. That's it. I did it. Me and my wife, 30 days. Didn't eat nothing else. Nothing. Fruit, water. So when I went back to him, everything was regulated. Everything was perfect. Everything. He was like, what the hell you do? What you do? Told him what I did. He said, well, keep doing it. He said, matter of fact, I need to go show my boss. And he went and showed his boss my numbers. He said, well, we recommend you just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. But if I left it up to you, you'd have me on some damn blood thinners. And something that could have potentially made me not be able to perform like I normally perform. So why wouldn't you first tell me to go eat some fruits and vegetables? Get off of the fried food. Stop doing these bad habits. Let's see what that do first for 30 days. But that's not what they're going to tell you. What they're going to tell you is, who's your pharmacist? Where do you pick up your prescriptions from? Walgreens, CVS, okay. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. I'm going to write you this prescription for. And you want to hear the kicker? You ain't never got prescribed something to cure whatever you're dealing with. Ever. You got prescribed something to regulate what you're on, to maintain. So once you start taking your insulin, you always was taking it. Once you got your little blood thinners, you always was on the blood thinners. Once you got something for your high cholesterol, you always is on it. You got something for your diabetes, you always on it. It was never like, oh, take this and now you're cured. Here it goes. Lisapril. I don't know the name of it, boss. I didn't know. I didn't even let him get that far. I'm going to be honest. He just said, we're going to put you on the light thinner. And I was like, no. And then I was like, well, out of curiosity, what's the side effects? And once he told me the side effects, I said, yo, knock it off. That's like the worst thing you could tell a married man. Like, that's the worst thing you can tell any man. You ain't got to be married. That's the worst thing you can tell any man. I'm going to give you something that could potentially make you not be able to get it up. Like, no, knock it off. I think that's the one time we will take the diabetes, right? or the blood. Like, okay, diabetes, continue being able to have a sexual relations. Diabetes, yeah, we gonna have to rob with these diabetes today. You know what I'm saying? High blood pressure, excuse me, not diabetes. High blood pressure, you know, be able to perform. No brainer. We're taking the blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, nonsense. But this is what they do. And this is what we're dealing with. You see those commercials, they fix one problem, but you might get 20 other. You know what I mean? But we fixed that problem. You won't get a headache. Now you might get a runny nose, you might sneeze, you might cough, you might lose a leg, you might even die, but you will not have the headache no more. Like, what are we talking about here? Now, people that's on Ozempic, right? It's been proven now that some people are going blind. 3,000 people have went blind. So you telling me that it's worth losing weight, even if it's at the cost of you losing your eyesight? But who cares, right? I look good, even though I can't see it. I look good. I can't see how good I look, but I've been told I look good right now. But I'm blind. I can't see shit. Come on, guys. And you rather be lazy fuck. I'm sorry. I'm just serious. You rather be lazy and just take the easy way out. Just, I lost weight. Then just get your ass in the gym and eat right. How hard is that? It's real hard, Kawan. Well, so what? Because it's harder to be on dialysis. It's harder to live out a pill jar. It's hard just to be able to afford it. Even that, even if you say, well, I'm going that route. Okay, well, how much is that? You got insurance? And even with insurance, sometimes it's ridiculous. My wife has asthma. Her pumps cost $700. $700. Who got money like that? Just be the average person. Who has money? So now you're just saying, oh, well, I guess you're about to not be able to breathe. Either you pay the $700 or you can't breathe. And that's something she has to have. She has to get. Imagine some of this other stuff. How much you think that's going to run you? If you're trying to get something that's going to help fight your cancer and all this other stuff, that stuff is expensive. And you better have insurance. But then here go the other kicker, right? You went your whole life and didn't go to the doctor until it's too late. So now that you got diagnosed, what insurance company about to mess with you? And even if they do, your premium and all that's about to be to the roof. See, prevention better than the cure. Had you did what you're supposed to do early, that wouldn't be your reality. But now you got diagnosed with something, good luck on finding some good insurance. They want you before it gets to that point. Okay? So, again, guys, I know I went on one, but it was just really messing with my spirit because it was like I done seen like 3 different friends like going through some things. And I know for a fact these things could have been avoided. Like just by their habits, their habits. I want to look good. I go to an event, I don't want to look like a fat fuck in a suit. I'm sorry. And again, no offense to nobody, but I'm talking about myself. I don't want to look like a fat fuck in a suit. I don't want to be busting out my shit, you know what I'm saying, as I'm walking through that thing. I want to be looking slim and trim. You know what I'm saying, with some muscle mass on me. I want to feel good about myself when I walk past and look myself in the mirror and see who's looking back at me. I want to feel comfortable and confident when I'm talking to people or when I'm in a circle or I'm chilling amongst my peers. I want to feel comfortable. All these things is also a part of success, guys. Think about that. You get yourself together, mind, body, and soul. Those are the type of people want to follow. Think about the person that you follow that you really, really care, that you really love to watch. Think about it. Don't they have something about them? Don't they got that, where you said, je ne sais quoi, or whatever? Don't they got that, though? Don't they got something about them? Don't they got a little swag about them? When you see Stormy Wellington, does she look just basic? Does she look just like a basic female, just walking around, just trying to sell you stuff? Or does she give off something that makes you like, yeah, I want a piece of that? Was people paying attention to me when I was just looking like everyone else? Think about that for a second. These things matter. Would you look at Tyson the same if he was out of shape, overweight? Did people look at Tyson the same way or did people look at Butterbean the same way they looked at Tyson? Even though Butterbean was knocking fools out, 350 something pounds, 400, 500 pounds, and he was knocking people out. But yeah, you don't even look like you should be in the ring. You look like you should be a wrestler or something. Remember, people follow people who they inspire to be like. Is anybody inspiring to be overweight, on dialysis, looking like you need an oxygen tank hooked up to you? Sound like Biggie Smalls when you talk because you barely got breath. Like, come on. No. So, I want to see you guys living for a long time. I want to see you guys ranking up for years to come. I want you guys to be talking about how great life is. I want you guys to be talking about how you just got your great grand now. You know, I want you guys talking about how you pushing 80, 90, 100. Not 40, 50, if you're lucky 60. It's crazy. But that's where we're at right now. And people blame everything other than what it is. Oh, I bet you took the shot, huh? You must have got that COVID shot, huh? No, you just ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing with yourself. I know people who didn't take the shot and still look like shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with it. Go take care of yourself. Because even people that might have got the shot and feel like they got duped were still able to do something afterwards. Well, you know what? Let me get these metals out my body. Let me go ahead and detox. Let me go ahead and get myself in the gym. Let me start drinking a ton of water. Let me go get some. I forgot what's that? I forgot the name of it. But the thing that gets all the metals out of you, and if you did get the shot, you can help reverse it and get that stuff out. Yeah, there's stuff for that. But you know what people did? I just settled where I'm at. That sounds like too much work. They start getting blood clots and stuff. Oh my God, what's going on? Stop settling for being mediocre. We all could be great. But we settle. People think I just woke up and was a top-notch marketer. Hell no. I ain't been marketing. I started marketing in 2014. And I was not good. It took me 2 years before I had any kind of traction. And then I had to reinvent myself, change who I was, and be myself, but change who I was putting myself out. Like the image that was going out at that time. I had to change all that, revamp, and then become somebody that people wanted to be like. Become somebody that people will follow. Become somebody that people was like, man, that's inspirational. That you able to do this, and this, or that you accomplished that, or you did this, and this. That's inspirational. Be that. Be that for people. And then watch everything grow. And that's what happened. All of us can do that. It's just going to take hard work. It's going to take dedication. And it's going to take consistency. And I'll never say that those things are easy. They're not meant to be easy. That's why we get rewarded when we do these things. Think about it. It's not easy being a black belt in karate. That's why when you hit it, you get rewarded for it. It's not easy fucking being motocross and jumping from here all the way over there. That's why if you do it, you get trophies, you get medals, you get rewarded for it. None of this stuff is easy, but it's necessary. Anything in life worth having is you're going to have to work for it. Everything. Everything. Even down to your significant other. You want that nice, pretty girl or that handsome young man, you got to work for it. It's not just going to happen. You're not going to get a pretty, handsome young man knocking on your door and you got nothing to offer. You got nothing to offer. You bring nothing to the table, but you talk about, that's what I want. Okay, you might want it, but that ain't what you're going to get because that's not what you're going to attract because you're not even in a position to attract that right now. That's the same thing with your finances, your money. I want to build a big downline. I want to build a big team. Okay, what are you doing to build a big team? What are you doing that'll make that team want to be on your team? What are you doing to make somebody say, you know what, I'm going to join you over everybody else? I see Kwan doing it. I see Andre Russell over there doing it. I see Stormy. I see a couple of females. I see LaToya. I see all these different people doing it. But you know what? I'm not going to join them. I'm going to join you. What are you doing to make that happen? Be honest with yourself. Look yourself in the mirror right now and say, am I the type of person that would join me right now? Based off of just who I am, what I'm doing, and what I've done? I bet you if you were being honest with yourself, you'd be like, nah, I wouldn't. So what make you think other people would? Same thing with your working out. Bam, if you're not even doing the things to stay healthy, be healthy and all that, do you think people are taking you serious when you're talking about health? Hell no. Hell no. You're actually like looking like a joke to a certain degree. That's why I said sell something else. Go sell travel. You know what I mean? Go sell something. I know it's like some people get mad. Come on, you messing up my money now. Come on now. But I'm too real though. I'm gonna give it to you real at all times. Somebody was telling me how they didn't have enough time to take trades that come in all day. And all you have to do is copy and paste. I just don't know if I have time to do that, Kwan. My job don't allow me to do it. You know what I said? This probably ain't for you then. I could blow smoke up your butt, and I could just say whatever I need to say to keep you paying, so I keep on getting paid off of you. Or I could just keep it real and raw. This probably ain't for you then. Because if you don't have time to just take 15 seconds to push a button, whether you're working or not, then this probably ain't gonna work for you. It's gotta be real sometimes. I say the same thing with your working out. You want to eat donuts? You want to eat crazy shit all day? With no regards? You want to eat late at night? And some of you think skipping meals matter. Like that doesn't do it either. Because all your body does is store food when you do that. Just to let you know. If you don't eat enough, and you be like, I only eat twice a day. Well, guess what? It's storing it. Because your body's saying, they don't feed us. So when you do feed us, store some of that over here in the side, store some over here. And then when they go for the rest of the day not feed us, we're just going to eat off of that. And then, when it runs out of that, guess what it starts eating? Your muscle. Now I start eating up on your muscle. So that's not the answer either. And believe it or not, most of us want to eat. So imagine being able to eat. Like you can eat. You can eat 6 times a day. You can eat 5 times a day. You can eat 4 times a day. You can eat. But it's not when you eat, it's what you eat. If you can't eat nonsense all day, you can't eat carbs all day, you can't eat bread and a bunch of sugary stuff all day, hell no. But you go eat complex carbs, go eat stuff that's gonna break down and go to your muscle and fuel your body, you can do that all day. Ain't gonna stop nothing. I eat 6 times a day, even at late at night. If I miss that meal, or if I don't get my meal, as long as I'm eating before 10 o'clock. Sometimes my last meal is coming at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. And that's with me eating 5 to 6 meals. 6 ounces of protein, 6 to 7 ounces of protein every single meal. And still I'm able to look like this and lean it down and not get fat and not feel crazy in my insides and not have stinky poop and constipated and all these different things I'm sure some of you guys are dealing with. Gut issues, inflammation, all that. Because you eat a lot of dairy, fried foods, seed oils, carbs with empty calories, sugar, which is the worst, sodas. Ooh, some of you guys still got soda in your refrigerator, like a big soda. I'm not talking about every now and then you just break the monotony and get that. You know, we all love it. I do it. Give me a nice cola Sprite. But that's happening like once every 6 months or something. There's no way in hell I'm about to go buy a 2-liter soda and have that sitting in my refrigerator like back in the days when we all had Pepsi in there. It's not doing it. You're literally putting something in your body that you can take rust off of a battery. Let that sink in. You can take Coca-Cola, pour it on your battery right now that has rust on it, and it will clean it. So what do you think it's doing to your insides? That's a lot less harsh as rust on metal or a battery. Gotta think about that kind of stuff, guys. With that being said, I just seen this message right here. Boom. Being inspirational. Appreciate you, Richard. Looking great, brother. Help us get swole. Hey, I can. If y'all really serious about it, for sure. I'm actually about to launch my app by next week. So app should be done next week. Got a nice fitness app coming out. And yep, all is welcome. So yep, I will be sharing that probably, like I said, sometime next week. I've been working on it for a while now. And these are some of the things that we learned in our Elite Power community too. But again, I'm not making this a pitch. I don't want nobody to feel like this was a pitch or anything like that. That's why I didn't even talk about what we can do to help you as far as from a wellness standpoint. Y'all know what I got going on. Y'all know what I'm about. So if anybody's interested in that, then just reach out to me personally and we'll get you going. But at the very, very least, even if you're not trying to do this as a business or anything like that, you should be asking me, Kawan, what do you have for me? If you got diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fatty liver, any of that, you should be reaching out to me and saying, Kawan, not interested in promoting nothing, but I'm definitely interested in getting my shit together. Okay? And if you need a meal plan or any of that, I can help you. And my wife can help you. My wife's a certified health coach now. Okay? She can help you. I can help you, and if it's something out of our reach, I got high power people in position to help you. People that's, like I said, IFBB pros, bodybuilder pros, all that can help you get your stuff together. And everybody ain't got the same fitness goals, so don't think just because we're bodybuilding that we can't help you, because you might just want to lose weight, or you might just want to tone up, or you might just want to just feel better in your own skin. Like, I don't really want to get all big horn and swole. I'm not really trying to do all that, but I definitely want to just feel better. I want to be able to walk up a flight of steps and not lose my damn breath, or feel like I'm about to die because I just walked up the steps. Think about that. That should never be a situation. Okay? And you should always be able to pick yourself up. If you can't do nothing else, you should be able to maintain your own body weight. Because if you can't push or pull yourself up, then you won't be able to push or pull yourself if it was a dire situation. And it should never be a situation. If I'm hanging off the side of a boat, I'm pulling myself up and getting back on. If I'm on the side of a ledge, I'm pulling myself up and getting back up. If I need to push myself off the ground, I'm going to be able to push myself up off that ground. Like I said, it ain't all about just getting muscles. It's about being strong, okay? And being able to have enough strength to be able to do basic things. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? I know it was a long one, but again, like I said, I felt it was my duty to get up on here and speak some health stuff up into light. Because like I said, a lot of us don't do anything till it's too late, and I just hate to see some of you guys like literally wait till it's too late. Wait till it's too late, and it's gonna happen for some, unfortunately, you know. But it doesn't happen. It doesn't have to happen for all. And I know somebody's gonna hear what I'm saying, and it's gonna wake them up. It's gonna wake them up. I don't want you getting no crazy call and getting rushed to the hospital like my friend Melvin. I don't want you having many heart attacks and none of that nonsense before you finally figure out you need to do something. I don't want you being 400, 500 pounds plus before you say, "Hey, this is serious. Let me fix this." Because I'm telling you, it's so fucking hard to do it when it gets to that point. So much harder. So much harder. I feel bad when I see people over 300 pounds in the gym trying to get it. I'm proud of them for getting it, but I can see the struggle they have over versus somebody that's like in shape and doing the same thing. Even if it's their first day there. Their first day is going to be so much different than the other person's first day. But no matter what, y'all seen my wife. I think she got 206 pounds. At her heaviest, 206 to 7 pounds. That's how much I weigh now. So let that sink in. And she got all that off. And now about to enter her first bodybuilders competition. And it took a year and a half. Well, we're a year and a half in now, but honestly, she really knocked that thing down within the year. Okay, guys? So let us be that inspiration for you if you don't have enough inspiration for yourself. But you can do it. I'm here to tell you you can do it. It's not easy. No one ever said it was easy. It wasn't easy for me. Nothing, this whole journey has not been easy. From the time that we went raw vegan the first time. Well, so the people always get offended when I say vegan because I don't do this for the animals and blah, blah, blah. When we went raw plant-based, all right, so we went raw plant-based to pescatarian to I'll eat a little something here to just, okay, I'm putting meat back in my diet to where I'm at right now. And then everything in between, all the workouts, the journey, it's just been long and it's been a lot. And we're still doing it. It still ain't over with. I don't think I'm ever going to stop at this point. It's a lifestyle change for us. It's what we do. It's a part of who we are. But I just want you to get a piece of that. Even if you don't do 100% of that, getting a piece of that can make so much difference in your life. So much difference. I'm telling you. It's not normal for us to be walking around with beer bellies, big guts, and all that nonsense. And talk about, that's just good eating. That's just good living. It's stupid. And it's avoidable. Okay? All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Peace.